Hello and welcome back. This is AG3 Chapter 4 Video number 4. Today we're continuing our discussion on how can you use a graph to solve a quadratic equation in one variable. So let's extend our conversation. So today we're looking at the solutions. So the solutions to a quadratic are when the quadratic equals 0 and are the x-intercepts. So we're looking for when the quadratic equals 0, the x-intercepts. What makes this for the x values that make the quadratic equal to 0. So a quadratic has two real solutions when the graph has two x-intercepts. So let's look at an example. So if we have x squared plus 2x equals 3, we first want to write it in standard form. So that means we have to do some algebra. I always like to draw my wall of equality. We don't have it equal to 0 currently, so we have to subtract 3 from both sides. 3 take away 3 gives us 0. That's exactly what we want. There is no term here that is just a constant term or just numbers without variables. This is an x squared. We can't take 3 away from x squared. We can't take 3 away from the 2x. So what do? We simply just bring everything down. You have to think back to your previous algebra classes. You only can combine like terms. 3 is not like anything else, so we just bring everything down, and there we are, x squared plus 2x minus 3. We then go to desmos.com, desmos.com, and we graph it. And once we graph it, we see that the graph crosses the x-axis twice. And so we have two real solutions. If we look at another example, x squared minus 8x equals 16. Once again, it's not in standard form, so we add 16 to both sides. This becomes 0. Beautiful. Again, the 16 isn't like anything else, so we just bring everything down. We once again go to desmos.com. We plug it in, and we get a graph. Notice this time we only touch the x-axis once, and so we only have one real solution. And notice it's at the vertex too. If we look at one more example, x squared plus 2x plus 4 equals 0. It's already in standard form. We're good. We type it into Desmos, and this particular graph never touches our x-axis. Our x-axis is down here. We never touch it. So in this instance, we have no real solutions. So we can either have two real solutions, one real solution, or no real solutions. So on the bottom of this, go ahead and give me a summary. Please look at your problems here. AG3 Chapter 4 Video 4 Practice. Solve the following quadratic equations by graphing. Find the x-intercepts and tell me how many solutions there are. Here you go. Come up and see me if you have any questions, or so we can go over your notes.